Hello there, YouTubers. It's me again. Sorry I haven't made a video for a while. I've just been quite busy with my kids and my partner and that and work. I just wanted to bring up something, and it might offend a few people, but who gives a toss, you know, when you feel free to speak your own mind, as it were. If anyone remembers Enoch Powell, which I don't, because obviously I weren't there, I'm in my 30s, but I tell you now, the things he was saying in the 60s about immigration have been proved right more than once now. You know, he predicted that this country would be controlled by the migrant, and he's not wrong. It really is. I mean, there's kids that can't get into schools, there's people that can't get appointments. I can't get a dentist appointment. It's just constantly like that. I mean, they're just influxing this country with so many migrants. And the laughable thing is, he was talking about migrants that were being accounted for, whatever. If he could see the state of the UK now, with how many millions have come over and that are creaming the system, I think he'd be horrified. I really do. And I'm surprised that no one has actually really paid attention to this. I mean, because you talk about immigration, you get called a racist, but at the end of the day, if you go to Australia, that, you know, you can't just get there. You have to have a visa and all of that, and it's all done officially. You can go there as a holiday, but you can't emigrate to Australia without having a professional job and somewhere to live, which is great, because that's how it should be. If you go to someone else's country, you come here to England, you need to, one, you need to work. Two, you need to be able to provide for yourself and your family. And three, you can't be sponging off the system. It's totally morally wrong. At the end of the day, you know, I can't blame people for wanting to come to it. It is one of the best countries on the planet, really, alongside America. But unfortunately, it's going down in a downward spiral because of this. Because if so many people are going to keep coming over, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And there's kids that are being homeschooled. There's homeless British people on the streets eating dog food, while migrants get 30-40 quid a week. Tobacco, they've always got push bikes outside these hotels, so they're not short of money. And, you know, they're just completely getting everything. New smartphone, all of that. You know. And yet there's people like my mum or whatever who are getting on a bit now in years who are absolutely struggling. I mean, there's people out there that are literally borderline homeless, if not becoming homeless, and the government are really not interested. They do not care about that. They do not care about its own citizens anymore. You know, it's got to a point now where it is just a piss take. It really is. Seeing British ex-army soldiers on the streets that have fought and died for not died, but, you know, fought for this country, and they're just being treated worse than a dog. It is disgusting. Well, they're just letting these random blokes come in, don't even know who they are. I mean, they're certainly not rocket scientists, are they, you know? So diversity is a load of rubbish. It is crap. It really is. I mean, I'm not one of these box tickers. I never will be. I've always stood up for what's right and fair. If you come to this country, you need to do it officially. It is illegal to come here illegally. Obviously, if you look on the government website, it says that you can't just illegally arrive here. But it happens every day, doesn't it? Thousands a week or whatever. And the Home Office, the Border Force, whoever is in charge of processing them, doesn't seem to give a toss about it, really. They turn the other cheek and they put them in hotels. And when they're in hotels, they get everything they need. The hotel, they smash the hotel up, they intimidate our own people here, and they get away with it, and it's fine. But imagine for a minute, yeah, they're coming from war-torn France. It's very war-torn over there, isn't it? If we did the same, we went to another country and we just sort of invaded it, as it were, do you think that they'd put us in 5-star hotels and they'd do all that for us? No, of course they wouldn't. Of course they would not. You know, especially the Arab countries, I really don't think they would have the same approach we have. Australia have got the right idea, doing it all officially. But we are a soft touch. We, as a country, just say, come in, roll out the red carpet. You know, forget about those silver tops. They're old people. It don't matter if they've worked their life for what they've got and their kids. Just, you know, just bring them in. Bring all these migrants in. I mean, we've only got, what, a few million unemployed British people in this country or whatever. I don't know the exact number. Wouldn't it make more sense to get them into work rather than to try and get a load of migrants over? And half of them don't want to work anyway. And there was one that went undercover pretending to be a child and ended up in a school, placed in a school, because people were too frightened to say, oh, I think he's not old, I think he's too old. You know, they just let him become a pupil in a school because he said he was a child. But he wasn't, he was in his 30s. Seriously, I really don't know. And yet if a white person did that, he'd be called a paedophile or something, because, you know, it's completely messed up. It really is. You know, when I think back to how England used to be, you know, we used to be one of literally the greatest nation on the earth. Latin America, strong, powerful people. But now, we're the laughing stock. We're just letting them all in, letting all random people in. Don't know who they are, don't know if they've got a criminal record. Most of them probably do. They come over here, they do things to women and children that are absolutely disgusting from what I've read. I can't say what it is. And yet our politicians say diversity is a strength. Let's celebrate it. Yeah. These politicians, by the way, don't have to live in the neighbourhoods where these migrants are. They live in luxury houses. Don't affect them. So they just spout all this rubbish and garbage or whatever. But if it affects them, they wouldn't say it, would they? And we're not stupid. Certainly not stupid. I might only be 30-something, but I am very, very against all these migrants coming over. I really am. And when I tell people my age, they call me a racist. I say, I don't care. I really don't care. At the end of the day, if that's what you define what a racist is, it's a joke, because at the end of the day, if you're standing up for your own people in your own country, you're not racist. You're caring about your own people. And the NHS really can't care about its own people, because obviously with all these migrants coming over, I doubt that any silver top is going to get an appointment. Anyway, that's my rant done today. I'm going to go and have a smoke and play with some electric lawnmowers or whatever. Thank you.